Good morning. We are out and about. Little Miss Pyaar leading the way because we're going a different way this morning, which is perfectly fine. And we have a cloudy day today. A little patch of blue there. We've been getting, so I've been told, there's some patch of blue over there too. So I've been told that we are having a true monsoon season. But the weather is still, even though it's not sunny, beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, how are you, my friends, my beautiful friends? Good morning. So we are out for our walk and we are just causing a ruckus in the neighborhood, evidently. This other dog across the street has got all kinds of things to say about us walking. So we will truck along, get on past him so that he's not so aggravated. How was your night? How did you sleep? What did you do yesterday? What were your challenges yesterday? What were your wins and successes? We all had them both. I'm sure of that. Life is not just one particular win after another, although it can be, but usually for most of us, we have our challenges as we go. And how are we doing? Speaking of challenges, how are we doing with the staying present and accountability, whether we're holding ourselves or someone else accountable in a kind way? So how is that going for you? Hello. It's kind of interesting when you're out in public and talking to a camera and people look at you, so just acknowledging them and saying hello. Not that he said hello first. You can see the trash cans. It is trash day. I don't know what this lady is doing with this thing in the middle of her. She was the lady that was out pulling weeds yesterday. She's got that box there. They used to have a bird feeder there. The bird feeder's gone. And now there's just that plastic box and it looks like a rock underneath. I don't know. Just curious. A couple more houses went up. So if you remember the stairs that were going on in that one house, they've got railing put up. So there's the railing on the stairs. We were thinking about doing a railing as well. I don't know that I want mine to look like that. It looks kind of industrial. Also modern. I don't know. Not sure. But I think because of the height of the steps that we have, to keep it legal, we have to have some railing. So I may have to break down and do that. Follow up on the pool. Nothing. Haven't heard anything from the contractor about getting the leak taken care of. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, by the way. So yeah, nothing. Kind of leaving that up to Jeff. The contractor wanted us to pay for the pool being completed, and then he would take care of the leak under a warranty. And just like, yeah, no, pool's not complete, which it still technically isn't. The job is not complete by the estimate. So Jeff's like, no, we're not paying in full. You need to fix the leak and finish the job. So I think, Ruben came out last week and he painted 3 of the 4 sides. He took a look at where it's leaking. He said, yeah, it's definitely leaking. Probably have cracks in the pipes in those 2 spots. He said it shouldn't be a horrible thing to fix. But however, he's the tile guy. Now he's been doing swimming pools forever, I guess, so he knows a lot. But that particular thing isn't his specialty, so I don't know whether that's something to be counted on or not. Regardless, Jeff got on the phone today with, you gotta walk in the puddle. She has to walk in the puddle. Just like a kid, you gotta walk in the puddle. Jeff got on the phone with the finance company today because they emailed him. And he told them, look, they didn't finish with the pool, and we already have 2 leaks. And he's like, I don't want to release the money until everything's fixed and I have an operational pool and everything's done. Because in the estimate was the wall going around the pump and filter housing, or to create the housing for the pump and filter. So that's not done yet. It started but not finished. And we're using our wall guy. So there's that. And he's slow. But they have not even reached out to us and said, hey, we're going to have somebody come and take care of this leak for you. So that's where we're at with that. Pool is usable. Right now we've had so much rain that it's like over full. And I hope to be around for when the pool guy comes today, the pool maintenance guy, because I would like for him to show me how to drain it, because we have, I think it's called a backflow thing. So like for him to show me how to do that, and then we can let some of this water out and maybe make an adjustment in the automatic filler thing. So anyway, that's where we're at with the pool. The landscaping, you see our weather. This would be perfect weather for them to work in. But when you're dealing with small companies are going to take on multiple jobs. And they're going to just kind of do a bit here, a bit there, a bit here, a bit there. I would prefer it if they would just like say, we've got this job, we'll be finished with this job in a week, and then we should be over to you on this day. Instead of coming, I'm going to turn you around. There's a bunny. And just show you this little bunny under the bush, just hanging out. He senses me, so he probably, is he munching on that bush? I don't want to scare him away, so I want him to get his nums. Go ahead and cross the street and let him have his peace at his little bush. Anyway, what was I talking about? So landscaping. So they come towards the end of the day, end of the work day, and they really put in about an hour's worth of work, and then they leave. They leave because it's either 5 o'clock or they leave because the rain has started. So the way it is here so far during monsoon season, we don't get a full day's worth of rain. It's not like that so far. But it seems to be every day in the late afternoon. The rains come in pretty hard and heavy. We can definitely use the rain, so we're not complaining about that. However, when you work outside, you need to try and get your work done in the daytime, in the morning times, knowing how monsoons work. Come on, girl. We cross back over again. And that was a good call because the bunny is still at his bush. So we did not disrupt him. Wow, it's It's really beautiful out. It's so cloudy. I'm gonna say it's probably in the mid 80s right now. Not supposed to quite 90. I think they said 89 was the high for today. But with the cloud cover, it feels much cooler than that. The garage is thumping again. Yeah, we're getting to that point in the hood with the thumping garage. So you may hear that. And so that is the landscaping. Very slow moving. I still have those rolls of turf. Now we paid for 4 rolls of turf, 2 big and 2 little. I only have 2 big rolls here. So we need to talk to the landscape guy and see what's going on with that too. Because the turf was like $1,700. And if we don't have the 2 small rolls, then we need that money back. You know, I told Jeff if it would fit in my car, I would go pick up the turf myself. After seeing the rolls, they would not have fit in my car, so that would not have been an option. But at least I would have felt like I wasn't having something taken from me. Because right now, I'm feeling like I paid for 4 rolls of turf, 2 big, 2 little. I have 2 big sitting in my driveway and the 2 little are nowhere. Did he use them on another job? Did he not pick them up? I know that that's what we were charged for. Are they possibly rolled up one within the other? Possibly, but I don't think so. Because those are supposed to be like 15 by 20 rolls. So that looks about right for one 15 by 20 roll. So we'll see. We'll see where we go. We'll see what happens. Maybe he just couldn't fit it all and he has to go back and get the smaller rolls. That too is a possibility. We'll just see if they show up. If they don't show up, then we're going to have to take that up with him because the turf people are not going to refund us. Because he said once we pay for it, they don't do a refund. Even if we didn't use all of it, we couldn't return it. So that's where I'm at with that. Little miss had to go potty. So there we are. That is the update on the pool and the landscaping. And I went and worked out this morning. It was arm day. And for being arm day, my legs feel jello-y. That didn't make much sense to me. But I probably had to do at the end because my knee has been fussy. So my sister said, oh, you're not going to do the elliptical then. You'll get on the rower and you sprint on the rower. So you have like 2 minutes of a fairly easy pace. And then you have to pick it up really fast and hard, like pulling really hard and going fast for like a minute or so. Sometimes less than a minute. So maybe that's why I feel like I have jello-y legs, but I don't know. Shouldn't be. I feel like it shouldn't be anyway. And I did my workout. Oh, she gave me food. She made chicken. She was up at 4 in the morning. Girl was up at 4 in the morning. She had marinated chicken overnight, so she had already cooked the chicken and she had some set aside for me. She made 2 loaves of bread. She gave me a couple slices from each. Of course, I tried everything. It was very good. Her chicken was really tender and juicy. And she had some sort of soy marinade, it tasted like. And then she did a loaf of bread with rosemary. And she did a loaf of bread of cinnamon raisin. And the rosemary was really, it sounds strange to say, but crumbly yet moist still. And then the cinnamon raisin one was drier. And I think she had told me like she used part of it whole wheat flour, this multi-grain whole wheat, I don't know, flour. And then the other might have been just like regular bread flour. So, but they were both good. I ate them. I still have a couple slices left, so I'm sure I will eat them. I ate the chicken on the way home from her house. Got the protein in, that'll make her happy. And I did save one piece of chicken for Jeff. It was really good. Give me little pieces. So I think this is a mango tree. Did I show this to you? But maybe peaches, I don't know. Let's see, because there's some fruit. You guys tell me, because what do I know about all this? Nada. There's a closer. So, pretty fruit, whatever it is. Come on, girl. Come on. This guy's gonna move. We need to get out of the way. Of course, she wants to smell all the smells, and I want her to enjoy smelling all the smells, but I don't want to be in the middle of this guy's driveway while she's trying to drive out of it either. Come on. Let's see. It's Tuesday, so I'm not working at the studio this morning. I will be. Well, I have been and will continue to be doing all the doctor's office work. And so that's happening. And then I have a class at 6:30 tonight. Jeff was going to run to the dollar store while I was walking Pyaar, so we'll see if he did that. Come on, you. Neighbors are getting their home landscape maintenance, getting their bushes trimmed and everything, so you'll hear that noise. And their bushes are all in bloom. They're really pretty. They even have somebody working in the backyard by the sounds of it. Oh, it's like they're cutting off all the flowers. Ah, too bad my friend Kathy's not here. She makes these beautiful and amazing natural mandalas. And her way of looking at it is she doesn't want to kill something in order to make something beautiful. So she will only use things that have already like fallen off the tree or the bush. Or like if she was given flowers, then when the flowers are at the end of their life, she'll use those to make mandalas as well. So it's one of those things where you make it and you take a picture of it, and then nature will dispose of it. And she does some really beautiful ones. So as soon as I saw all those pretty orange flowers on the ground, I'm like, oh, Kathy, she should make those. So, and then she's on a Facebook group and she posts pictures of them, and they're beautiful. They really are. Okay, so that is a very uneventful day yesterday. I had all my classes and I had students show up for all my classes. Oh, something that did happen, we were teaching at the Warrior Healing Center, and we weren't having a storm. However, there was thunder, and then we're like 15 minutes into class and the building lost power. We happened to be in a room that had quite a bit of natural light, so that was fine, but there's no air in that room to begin with, so they usually have a fan that runs for us. And of course the fan went out. So I left it up to my vets. If they wanted to stick it out, I was there for them. It wasn't too hot for me, but if it was too hot for them, they needed to let me know. And they were great. So we did our class. And I mean, it was chair yoga, so at least I got to be seated. And then, no lie, we do the final, Om, my honor and pleasure, thank you for coming kind of thing. And the lights come back on as we're standing up from our chairs. So it was just that perfect timing. They got their power back. And very interesting, the other night I told you how it stormed and that the thunder had woke me up, and then the lightning kind of flashed a couple of times, waking me up as well. Talking to some of my students, they lost power, some of them for an hour or more, and we never lost power that night, so that was good. And my sister lost power yesterday, evidently right when the Warrior Healing Center lost their power, because I was talking to her about that. And but so far we haven't lost power, so that was good. I don't know if that has to do with being in town, although the two students that lost power also are in town, so I have no idea. Maybe we're in a different neighborhood, newer, I don't know, newer electrical stuff, who knows, not I. This lady over here, I think it's this one, this tree right here, is a pomegranate tree. So she will have pomegranates at some point, whenever they become seasonal. And she gave us some last year, so that was nice. And, oh, we're at our block. Come on, little girl. Well, there we go. We just chit-chatted about virtually nothing, just caught up. I did go early this morning and had a treatment done. Got him really bad. Versa laser, something like that. It's an ultrasound for your skin, and it's supposed to help like lift and tighten. My primary care doctor has an aesthetics branch, and they have a yearly subscription type thing. It's $99 a month, and they offer 5 different services. So there's the PRP facials, the vampire facials. They do the dermaplaning. They do this Versa laser, something like that. So the ultrasound thing, and they do the chemical peels levels 1 through 3. So I did sign up for that, and I had that appointment early this morning to get that done. Don't think I look snatched. And it was funny because Jeff said, "How was your appointment?" And I said, "Great, don't I look 20 years younger?" And he didn't miss a beat. He goes, "No, I thought it was 30. I was like, "Good answer, mister." Come here, girl. So that was kind of funny. And that was my morning so far. Chewy came, brought Pyaar's food. She was just giving it the sniff. I gotta get that put away. But I am back to the doctor's work because that seems to be very, very consistent, never stopping. So I thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Share with me whatever it is that you want to talk about. And if you'd like to have one of the videos on a particular subject, if it's something I know something about, or you just want to have a conversation about something and then share opinions, let me know. And we'll have a chat about that while we walk. Until then, have a great day. I'll see you soon.